something went on late this week with D Rose. He didn't necessarily contact the right people, missed the game, had an important issue to go back to Chicago. A lot of people giving him some crap, some real crap about it.
And it was warranted. In a professional workplace, when you're employed by somebody,
right? I get it.
It's your responsibility to say, hey, I'm having a family issue. I'm not going to make it here or there. He just didn't show up and, put the Knicks in the bind. Knicks are already in the bind.
Right.
I always know when a team is in trouble when they say, okay, this guy used to run the team, but now give it to him. They're saying, it's Carmelo's team, but should they turn it over to Porzingis? Whenever the media start having that conversation, I know that there's something wrong with
it. That organization. I mean, that's organization. That falls back on Phil. That falls back on management. That shows no loyalty to Melo. You want to hear that, but also the U.S. I mean, the New York press can totally be manipulative. They make up stories. They throw stuff out there to get a reaction. I just see first off, to piggyback on what you said with D Rose, I just thought, in times where when you have a system and you have structure where you can delegate stuff for yourself, you can have, I'm sure he has assistants and all of that. Now, I'm not condoning anything that he did, but when it comes to detrimental and something that's important to you, this, Shaq, someone call you, tell you something wrong with your kid, you forget about everything. Now, that's a responsibility to your job and everything else. I get that. But understand, you don't get rid of a player or talk about trading him because he had, mishaps or something. Obviously, him and Hornacek, the history is starting to come out a little bit. That's another locker room issue thing. I feel like you got problems, stay in the locker room with it. Deal with it as a family, deal with it internally. But yeah, I agree with you. I thought that he should have been a lot more professional with it. But at the same time, when it's something detrimental, you kind of black out. So I just want to get that perspective, But I don't think you should trade him. He ain't that.
Yeah, I don't think you should trade him. It's definitely not a problem. However, when you look at this team on paper, it's supposed to be a whole lot better.
They should be a lot better.
Think about it. Derrick Rose.
Man.
Carmelo Anthony.
Man, Porzingis. Man, they got a lot of pieces here.
They got a lot of good pieces. Their bench is not that strong, okay, but they got 4 or 5 guys that have done it before.
Courtney Lee, Jennings,
It should be a whole lot better. But something is definitely going to have to be done. I don't know, who they're going to move or who they're going to start building the team around. But Derrick Rose was wrong, and hopefully he learned from this mistake. Because again, in a professional setting,
you
got to work for somebody.
You're right.
And something happens, I got to call managers. I got to call employees. Or, phone call, text, or something.
Takes 2 seconds, right?
2 seconds.
I got you. So but on a bigger issue, Phil needs to get the Knicks going. Or they need to figure that out because New York,
I agree,
deserves a champion. It deserves a winner. You
Run
understand?
That triangle, Phil. Run that triangle, Phil.
Do your thing. Shout to D Rose. Keep playing, D Rose. Keep doing your thing, bro. Right. Area 21, we in here.